Hey, hi, hello. One second. Edit stream info. Restream just completely failed to edit my stream info. Okay. Did it edit? Okay, it did successfully change YouTube's info. That's fine. I want my stream title to be the correct stream title because today we're doing something different from previous streams. We're not directly working on the rhythm game, and really what happened was um, I implemented this whole caching setup in the game, right? Where I would draw the arrows at each of the different possible colors to an off-screen canvas, and also each of the four possible rotations also on an off-screen canvas. And the purpose of that was to make it so that the draw image routine didn't have to do any rotation or like didn't. I guess the image selection thing is not actually a benefit. Oh, resizing was also a thing that it did. Yeah. So I wanted to see if those are actually good and worthwhile things, like what their performance improvement actually is. So I think the best way that I could do that is to make a whole separate program. And this is probably going to take me like 3 or 4 days to actually do, but needs to be done. And then it can also be kind of fun for people just in general to play around with, probably. Also, if I ever decide to do WebGL stuff, implementing WebGL for this benchmark would be a fun first project for that first quest, so to speak. Yeah, so you're going to get to see this whole process from the very beginning. We have a blank, well, approximately blank. I'm going to make this open source as well. Um, a blank TypeScript project. Um, okay, so I don't think I need to install npm, honestly. I think I'm going to do this stuff. I've done this setup several times before, so we're just gonna copy and paste from the notepad that I have off screen. Okay. Webpackconfig.js. tsconfig. Index.html. I'm sorry. Oh, it's got a tilde at the end. That's silly. How'd that get there? Okay. Are we good? Yes, we're good. Okay. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Rhythm action. Let's see if this decides to, I don't know, dox me or whatever. What window is it going to select, I wonder? Okay, good. Yeah, so we have, a blank thing. That's exactly how it should be. Cool. And now we will begin. We will begin. Okay. First thing I need to do is set up a draw loop. Oh, and make a canvas too. Yep, lots of things to do. We probably want to do preloading of some kind. Right? Yeah, we do. We definitely have to. We need to load the images. All the other stuff doesn't necessarily need to happen before the game starts. Quote, why am I calling it a game? Before the program starts. But oh yeah, and we're gonna have like we're gonna bring over the assets from the game. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna just copy these over basically. Very good. And maybe I can just copy over the preloading code verbatim. I'm going to be copying over a lot of code. So, like, why not? Hold on a second. Where is it? I think it's in game.ts. You can't see this right now, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to copy the whole concept of like the preloading registry because that just sounds so much nicer. we're gonna be wait, what? Doesn't seem right. Oh well. We don't really need to care too much about all the like nice class structure we had before, because we just need this to pick random colors. That's really all we need. Preload registry. Need to set that up. Preload registry is a map from string to boolean. And then I need the wait loop. Yeah, this. I'll make a function for preload done. No more this dots. This dots need to go away. Cool. Okay. So it can only be iterated through when using the dash dash down level iteration flag or with a target of ES 2015 or higher. Question, what target am I using for my game? I'm using target ES 2020, so no problem. Problem solved, right? Yes. Okay. With the dot request animation frame, this dot do not bind this. And also, at the end of the loop, we do draw again. We need to add this to the body. Let me think. Okay, I think the UI is going to be so simple that we can actually just stick the canvas right in here. And then there's going to be some stuff on top of it, but we worry about that later. Okay. And then, okay, we need CSS. Do we have CSS? We don't seem to have CSS. Why would I not include CSS in my boilerplate? I don't know. It seems like a pretty important thing. How do I do CSS here? Okay, I probably need it in dist in that case. New file. Okay. And I always forget the syntax for including the CSS file. I think it's in here. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Nope, I don't remember. I will look it up. Link rel style sheet. Got it. I don't know. Okay, I think that's good. We don't do this. We do, what do we do? Document get element by ID. No. Arrow bench. Huh? Huh. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's all set. Webpack? Tell me if I'm doing this right, please. Cannot read properties of undefined reading has load image. That's probably totally fine. This looks good so far. Ah, this dots. This dots everywhere. No. Stop it. Okay, perfect. Maybe I make it a little bit darker. Okay, preloading is done. Now we get to do the fun part. Now I claim we get to do the fun part. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think it's mouse down. And it's a mouse up as well. Let's see how that works. Very good. Very, very good. Let's see. Also, yes, current time millis. Now, do I want frame times or do I want deltas? We'll try frame times. Okay, how should this work? If I do previous frame times dot push, then the most recent frame time will be at the end, the rightmost position. That's probably fine. That's probably what I want. If previous frame times dot length is greater than or equal to num frame times to remember, previous frame times dot, that probably doesn't work how I think it does. Shift. Remove the first element from an array and returns it. Yes. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. And now I would like to draw arrows. Let me see how I can draw some arrows. I could store the image in the arrow, but that's not necessarily going to be universal. Um, Color index? Rotation index. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. So when, let's see. I could instead do canvas. Probably I want to do canvas instead. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably fine. Wait, no, no. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, I get it now. And then also document dot add event listener. Mouse move. Yeah, okay. And the purpose of these guys is going to be to update some local variables. Yeah, and the main control is still just going to be in the draw loop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, in the draw loop, if the mouse is held down, we will generate an arrow. Otherwise, we will not. Simple. If mouse down, generate arrow. And then I need arrows. For let I equal 0, I less than arrows dot length, I plus plus. We do something with arrows I. We will draw it probably, but there will be multiple drawing methods. Hello, Mr. Vulgars. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? What's up with you today? Okay, we generate an arrow, which means the following. I'm going to need to bound this to the dimensions of the canvas. That much is certain. Yeah. Ooh, let me go steal that utility function. You want to reset VS Code. Tell me more about, like, what reset? What do you mean by reset VS Code? Clamp value to range. Yes. Yes, I will steal this utility function. I'm sorry. I just don't know what you mean by reset VS Code. You have a problem with it. Okay, that makes slightly more sense. That makes slightly more sense. Oh, you said me. You were probably reacting to me stealing this function. That being mean. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. Well, let's see. If I had a problem with VS Code and I wanted to reset it, what I would probably do is uninstall it and reinstall it. Have you tried that? Arrow x is equal to clamp value to range. So the value, what I'd like to do is just set it equal to mouse x. That would make the most sense. But sometimes mouse x is not going to be within the range of the HTML canvas. So we have to be more practical. We have to be sensible about this. So the minimum value is probably 0, although if I'm going to have collision detection on the edges, it's probably not going to be 0, but we'll worry about that later. And then the upper bound is going to be canvas.width. That, to me, makes perfect sense. What happened to VS Code such that you needed to reset it? I wondered. I'm getting notifications. I will mute this channel for a while. On Discord. Left sidebar is hide. How it unhide it. If you mean this sidebar right here, because this is VS Code, you can just click whatever is currently selected again to make it go away. Does that help? I don't know. I hope that helps. You might be having a totally different problem, but it seems like that's what you were talking about. Okay. You were talking about something else. Velocity X. Right. So what I need to do here is pick a random angle. Math.random. Math.pi. So this generated number between 0 and 2 pi. I kind of want to put this here. I just feel better with it over there. Right click, it's the option. I could hide it like this. I don't know. I don't want to hide it, but because I'm scared. Because if you're telling me that you hit it and then you weren't able to unhide it, I don't know if I want to make the same mistake. Oh, first one, hide Explorer, right? I don't want to do that though. I don't want to hide it. I'm scared. Contain input is radians, yeah, as I thought. So random angle arrow dot velocity x is equal to this. Let velocity magnitude equal. So I need to pick some magnitude. And it's probably going to be in pixels per second. I don't know. 50. Right? And then we'll multiply that. Okay, but my time units are going to be milliseconds, so I should probably just make this in pixels per millisecond, right? Doesn't that make more sense? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's right. Velocity magnitude pixels per millisecond. What a mouthful. Put that there as well. Cool. We did it. We made a random angle. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cosine and sine. Where are you from? I am in South Dakota in the US. So like Midwest, northern Midwest. How about you? Arrow.velocity x. What other things do I need? Oh, do I have a random integer function? I think I always do that. Let me go also steal a random integer function from my game. Random rand between. No, that's not what I want. Random int. Get random int inclusive. That's what I want. Get random int inclusive. Yeah. Arrow dot color index. Get random int inclusive between 0 and 11, I think. Arrow dot rotation index is equal to get random int inclusive between 0 and 3. There are 4 possible rotations, each of the 90 degrees, each of the cardinal directions. You're from India. Okay, awesome. Well, how on earth did you find this extremely boring channel, my friend? How did you do it? Why are you subjecting yourself to me? I thank you, of course, for being a viewer, but like, how on earth did you find this place? X, Y, velocity, color. Okay, so the arrow it's done. We just add it to the list of arrows now. Arrows dot append. Nope, push. We've generated the arrow. Then we need some method of drawing the arrow. Some method of drawing the arrow. I think the arrow is also going to need, like, what is it going to need? What do we use to update it? That's right. Okay. There should be an update loop here as well. Okay. There should be an update loop here to update the positions of the arrows. Just you finding your mistake, VS Code, and unexpectedly you're here. Okay. Well, I'm happy you found it. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make I'm using TypeScript. That's what this language is. And I'm trying to develop a benchmark for HTML canvas. Okay, so like in the browser, what this is supposed to do eventually is draw a bunch of arrows on the screen. Arrows meaning these guys. Draw a bunch of these on the screen, have them bounce around, and if you keep adding more and more of them, it's the purpose of the benchmark is to see how many arrows you can get on screen. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And it's going to be different for everyone's PC, of course, right? It's just sort of a performance test to see how many we can do. And this is useful for me because I'm trying to develop a rhythm game, and I'm going to use these arrows. So it's useful for me to know the performance characteristics. Okay, so can I? What would the update of the arrow look like? So I would probably do something like this if previous frame times dot length is greater than 1. I can do this. Because if it's the first draw loop, no time has passed in the simulation, so I can't really update their positions. But if time has passed, then I actually can. So what I would do is I would say previous frame times. I would go look at the last one, which is this guy dot length -1. You're now learner. Okay, so you're learning C++, Java, and Python. Do you mean that you're learning all those 3 languages right now, or do you mean you already know those languages? Because if you're trying to learn 3 languages at once, that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. Current. So the current one. Oh well, I've already sort of pushed it onto the end, so I want the second to last one. Yeah. Let delta time millis. Capitalize. Delta time millis. Yes, yes. So dot x is equal to arrows I the velocity x times the delta time. I think it's as simple as that. Yeah, and this has the nice side effect that when we generate an arrow, we don't then go and update it. It should just be generated and be drawn on the exactly where it was created. This should work. Okay, and then I need some kind of draw function. And I don't need to export this function. I'm not exporting anywhere. Starting from C++. Okay. Very good. How long have you been programming for? Like how long ago did you start? Did you start learning C++? Okay. I know I'm going to be doing some variation of ctx.drawImage. Oh, you know what? Okay, I can just go look at my game. Okay, I will back. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Where do I have that draw? It's in Display Manager. Display Manager. I think it's the. Oh no, it's not display. It's a note skin, isn't it? You subscribed. Thank you so much. Thanks for the subscription, man. Really cool of you. I appreciate it. If you like watching me programming, you'll find a lot of that on my channel. Draw image rotated. Here we go. Here's what I need. Here's what I need. Okay. So we're doing the rotation part, right? So arrow dot x, arrow.y. So to do the rotation, we translate our grid to the center of the arrow. X and Y are the center of the arrow. You know, I didn't account for that, but I think this, yeah, this will take care of that. Note size. Didn't really do anything about note size yet. I haven't put that anywhere. I don't have a variable for that. Probably going to put it up here. Let's go with 40. 40 pixels is the note size. Wait, not note size. We're not in a rhythm game right now. We're in an arrow benchmark, so we wouldn't call it the variable note size, would we? We would call it arrow size. Yeah, we would call it arrow size. This dot rotation angles. So I think it's like this. I just need radians to rotate. So it's arrow dot rotation index times, so 3, I think I divide by 4. So I think it's math dot pi times 2 pi divided by 4. 2 pi over 4, which is the same as 1 pi over 2. Translate, rotate, draw image. What image are we drawing? I'm so glad you asked. We're drawing note colors bracket arrow dot color index. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we know, now we're drawing the arrows. Now we're drawing the arrows. Problem. Is this a problem? I'm updating the X and Y. I'm not keeping track of like the initial. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine to not keep track of the initial X and Y position, right? In theory, that's fine. In theory, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be okay. In theory, also, this is going to work. In theory, I can draw arrows now. Amazing. Look at that. Oh, that's stupidly fun. Oh my god, that's stupidly fun. Holy crap. Also, there's arrows at the top left corner, which is very strange. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. This isn't quite right, though. We need to do like a clear and things like that. Okay, that much is certain. And now, why is this velocity so small, I guess? Like, the arrows should have been moving, I thought. I'm not redrawing them. That's why. I'm not redrawing my arrows. Also, there's arrows at the top left here. Why are there arrows at the top left? That's strange. Lower bound, upper bound. Yeah. Huh. What if I console.log arrow here? Or maybe, give me a log counter. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. This needs to be plus equals, plus equals, plus equals, plus equals, plus equals. Yeah, I think that's actually it. That's actually it. And, okay. And I failed using the log counter. Because I was supposed to do like log counter plus plus in there. Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. There we go. Oh my god, yes. Oh, it makes me so happy. Look at all my beautiful arrows. Look at the bitrate plummet. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Okay, one thing we need to do is one thing we need to do for sure is implement the bouncing logic. Okay, so this is new. This one is new for me. I'm not totally sure how bouncing should work, but I'll figure it out today. I just know I'm going to be using half arrow size all over the place. And it's just so, it just feels so cumbersome to write divided by 2 all the time. Okay. So we moved the arrow. Should we do this before we move the arrow or afterwards? Let's see. I think we can do it afterwards. So it's like if arrows I dot x is less than 0, arrows I dot x is equal to negative that, and arrows I dot velocity x is equal to negative the velocity x. Boing. It makes me so happy. It's beautiful. Okay, except this is not quite right. This is donking just based on the center. We need to donk based off of the left side of the arrow. If the left side of the arrow, so that is x minus half arrow size. Is this right? Is this right, though? I think you can still just negate the x. Maybe you don't negate the x. Yeah, this is probably not right, is it? We'll find out. We'll see. What? What on earth, dude? That's not how that works. Oh my god, did it actually flip? Does it like flip the draw? Hold on, look at this. Okay, no, it doesn't actually, but it's still pretty wrong. It's still pretty wrong. Okay. I clearly need to think about this a little bit more. So if the left side of the arrow is overlapping the left, it's hanging off the left side, then what we need to do is we need to move it back. We need to move it back. So we need to add back to it. Or maybe we should just do an absolute setting here. Plus well, how much is it overstepping? It is overstepping this current position, I think. This? So we change this to a plus, and it's like this. This doesn't make sense. No. I would set it equal to half arrow size, basically, which is not correct. I want to do this, basically, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's beautiful. Probably need to increase the velocity a bit. Where's generate arrow? Yeah. Probably double the velocity. Okay, so that donks on the left. And we should allow for the possibility of a double donk, right? Can it donk on the left and the right at the same time? Probably yes. Probably yes. Let's donk on the top. Okay, so this is the same thing. This is the same logic. This is going to be more complicated. So this is going to be this plus half arrow size is greater than canvas.width. Also, can I make my arrows bigger? Okay. Now, my arrow is off the right side of the screen. I want to know how much it is off the right side of the screen. So I think it's going to be something like canvas width minus something. Let's see. Is that right? This is the point. And there's some distance between this and this. Okay. That's that distance. So what I want to change its new position to is canvas width, move it to the left that distance. Right? Move it to the left that distance. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Because I'm going to have two canvas widths. That's scary. Okay. Minus this, plus that. Nope. Also, the top donk doesn't work either. Oh, the left donk is no longer working. What the heck happened? The donks are broken. How are the donks broken? That doesn't make any sense. I thought I had the left donk working. Yeah, I could have sworn I had the left donk working. I'm confused. What? I'm sorry? What? It shouldn't be dependent on the note size, right? It can't possibly be. No. Okay, good. Okay, this is the right condition. Yes, I believe this is the right condition. So, what, let me try to think this through. Why is this not working? This is very strange. Okay, this is the position. This is the position. Uh-huh. And I want to measure the distance between that and the 0, which is just the negative of that, which is this. So I want to do 0 plus this. What? No fair. I don't understand. This should work. This, I would think this should work. That's so strange. Off they go, out into space. That's the initial X, and there's the final X. What? Oh. DDR arrows, I love it. Thank you. Yes, I'm making a rhythm game, and this is a little side project to help me with that effort. Although right now there is a bug with the donking. It should donk on the off the left side, and it's not currently donking. How to actually make it donk? Okay. Something freaking weird is happening here, man. Okay, let me look at that again. Let me look at this again. Okay, refresh. Can I just get one arrow? No, I cannot. I get multiple. But the point is, this is I'm doing collision detection, right? Okay, so this is the start X and Y, the center X and Y, the start before I sort of do the correction, and then this is after the correction. You know what? This seems like a very significant correction. Right? Like the X position supposedly changes by like 40, and I shouldn't need to change the X position 40 pixels. Right? We're only a tiny bit into the wall. So I must be doing something wrong here. I must be doing something wrong here. Okay, this is the top left X. This is the top left X. I want to shift the X um this much. Okay, so probably what I should do is is plus equals this, or do like yeah, maybe that's right. That's a proper donk. Yes, that's a proper donk. Okay. Now to fix my other donks. Maybe the fixes for the other donks are just to use plus equals, right? I don't know. This one is dubious. Okay, let me look at this one again. This is the top right position of the arrow when the donk has been detected. So it's hanging off the right side of the canvas, and I want to move the X to the left an amount equal to, I think, so this number is greater than the canvas width. It's to the right of it, so it's greater, that's how it works. And then I do minus the canvas width. That should work. So wait a second. This is equivalent to saying boop plus this. So these guys cancel each other out. Huh. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Hey, Mr. Vulgars, welcome back. I'm still here. I'm still here trying to figure out my ridiculous collision system. Okay, this is still not right. So I should what this would do is it would set the center position to be exactly on the left edge, which is not correct. It's not correct. Let me go back to this. Okay. So, oh, check this out. Okay. This moves it to the right just enough so that it's no longer colliding. What I actually need to do is move it twice this amount. Aha. Aha. This will make an imperceptible difference. This will make an imperceptible difference, but it is important. It will only matter for extremely low frame rates. Yep, all the donks are working except the bottom donk. Let's make the bottom donk work. Okay, same idea here. Basically, you just replace X with Y, and you replace width with height. And it should just work. Beautiful. My arrows are trapped here forever now. Okay. Nice. Now let's make them move a little bit faster, because honestly, they need to be moving a little bit faster. How can we get an astonishingly low bit rate if the arrows are moving around nice and slow? We can't have that. That would look too nice. Let's do 4 times faster moving arrows. Neuron. There we go. Let's obliterate that bit rate. Yes. We will have 0 bits. We will have complete anarchy in the video encoder. Okay, I need to start working on the UI next, I think. We have many things to do. We need, like, something that displays how many arrows are on screen currently, something that displays the current frame rate, all that good stuff, right? So how do I want to do that? Okay, so we're gonna do HTML nonsense now. All right, so I think if I want my HTML to be over the top of the canvas, what I need to do is put it here. I think that's how it works. Okay, so we're gonna have a top part of the UI, and in the top part of the UI, we're going to have, and we're gonna have to style all this with CSS. We're gonna have like an arrow counter. And we're gonna have everything is divs. Everything is divs. All divs all the time. FPS counter. And that's probably all we need at the top for now. Yeah, that's probably all we need at the top for now. And what are the contents of our div? Probably span. Can you not just have like text in here? I feel like you should just be able to have text in here. Arrows, colon, FPS, colon. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. So at initialization, we want to go ahead and get the arrow counter and the FPS counter because JavaScript is going to need to be updating those every frame. Document ID arrow counter. Wait, we don't need parentheses. There. Yes, we have the counters. So we can go ahead and come down here. And in our draw loop, update those things. Arrow counter dot inner text is equal to arrows dot length. No? Dot toString. And then FPS counter dot inner text is equal to pause. How do we calculate the FPS? So probably what I do is I simply compare the previous 2 frames. Sometimes that's not gonna be great on the browser, but yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll we have the current time. Oh yeah, okay, so I also need to do this. Okay, on the very first draw frame, we don't know the FPS. We can't possibly calculate that. And so we're going to be cool kids and set it to unknown for 1 frame. Okay, and then we're going to reuse this variable, actually. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to reuse this variable. Come over here. All right. Perfect. Okay. Delta time millis. Okay, the time between the previous frame and the current frame is this number of milliseconds. I believe you just do 1000 divided by that, and that'll give you frames per second. We want to round it, and then dot toString on it. Round it to a whole number? Yes. Brilliant. So we should have counters now. We don't have counters now. Oh, because they're hanging out down there at the bottom. That's totally to be expected. Check this out. It's time for CSS to enter the chat room. Okay. UI div get oh, hold on. All the text is white. Nope, not wheat. White. Okay. The top is position absolute. Can I do position flex? Probably not, right? Top 0, left 0. And then this guy has some width. You know what? The UI div should have a width and a height too. It's the same as the canvas. So now I can do percentages. No, width 100%, height 10%. Background black, except I need it to be partially transparent because it looks cooler when it's transparent. Okay, in theory that will work. And then, well, I'm not sure what to do about these guys. Let's just see what this does. They're going to be like stuck next to each other and it's not going to look great, but let's see. Oh, well, that's also an option, I suppose. The text is super, super, super tiny. It works, though. We can't have super, super, super tiny text, though. We should fix that. Text, font size, larger. Nope, that's still, well, it's going to be smaller because I'm zoomed out, for one thing. Oh, also, hold on. Is this right? Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, dear. Okay, there we go. All right. Mr. Volgers, your problem is solved. Congratulations. How did you do it? How did you reset VS Code? Okay, I would like these guys to be sort of positioned side by side. How do I do that? I need to make a class to do this, I think. Something like that. And maybe give them both the same width, like 10% or something like that. And then give them like a margin left of 10 pixels or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, that basically worked. extra large font size. Oh, I opened Notepad++. Come back. Okay. Yeah, that's still pretty tiny, but better. How about double X large? Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, there we go. The frame rate's starting to dip. Yep. Yep. Frame rate's at like 72 now. So we can get about 3,000 arrows ish. What a mess. What a mess. That's so beautiful. Okay. Awesome. What comes next? There's more to this benchmark, okay? So currently I'm using the least efficient possible way to draw the arrows that I know of. And I'd like to sort of test whether the faster ways that I know of are going to actually be faster. So let's see. Let's see. There's resizing. There's two separate things. There's resizing that this is doing. Actually, it's not doing any resizing right now because the arrow size is exactly the same as the size of the image itself. But it could be doing resizing if I changed this. So that's one thing to test. And I want to like test them separately too. Okay. So draw arrow, no draw arrow, no resizing. No rotating. No resizing or rotating. Okay. And the only thing I really need to do is set up caching to facilitate that. You can do that in C++. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And I guarantee you it should run faster than the browser. What's the time there? Do you mean like what time is it? It's 1:30 p.m. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and then I also later want to test. Let's just get these things working, but there's another test I want to run later as well. Okay, how do I manage this? How do I accomplish this? let's try arrow size 40. It's 11:30 p.m. in India. Whoa. Whoa. Cool. Isn't time to get some sleep, dude? Probably. Although maybe that's why you're watching my stream. It'll help you go to sleep. Okay, I need to. How did I do the sort of caching thing before? Let me go look at that. So caching, I need to draw to an off-screen canvas. How does this work exactly? Good night. Good night, Mr. Vulgars. Have a good night. Get some sleep. What I could do is a 2D array. This seems like it's a good setup for a 2D array. Yeah. Okay. How do I do that? You'll meet me tomorrow in live streaming? I hope so. You'll get a notification if I start streaming. And there's a chance I won't stream tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, yes, though. Draw arrow without resizing. How do I accomplish this? So I would do a let. Oh, I don't want. I want arrow colors. I want a 2D array of HTML canvases. Arrow cache. Okay, and then it's gonna be like 4. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna be like, let's make a function called create cache. We need to know the arrow size. And maybe what this does is it just reads these values. It just reads these values, because the only time I'm going to be updating, like creating the cache, is going to be based off of the user changing the arrow size. That's when I want to add the ability to do later. So we can just read it locally. Or, I mean, technically we're reading it globally, but, semantics. So first, I set this equal to an empty array, and then this is the rotation index. This is the color index. Draw arrow to cache. We need to know what does draw arrow to cache need to know? Well, draw arrow to cache can also just sort of read into this stuff. It needs the rotation index. Okay. And it needs the color index. Perfect. And instead of translating to the center of the arrow, it's going to translate to, like, the new center of the arrow is going to be half an arrow size, always. Because this isn't an arrow floating around in space, this is, context 2D. This is an arrow, this is just on a canvas that just has the arrow on it. It's a purpose-built canvas just to contain the arrow. Okay, so what I do is I create a new canvas. Boom, perfect. Okay, so all we got to do is call create cache now. This is the first creation of the cache. This is initial cache creation. Yes, that's right. So this will automatically do resizing though, which is kind of a problem. Arrow cache resized. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't push the canvas or put the canvas in the right place. Let's see. Each row is the colors, right? So color cache. Okay, draw error to cache resized. And then we're going to need another function, draw error to cache not resized. In which case, we call draw image. Destination X and Y are the same. No, they're not. We'll say arrow size is equal to this guy dot height, width, either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. And then we're going to need an arrow cache not resized. Okay, and now we come over here and mess with the draw functions. So if we want no resizing, but still rotating, then what we do is we only reference rotation index 0. We only reference rotation index 0, and we still do the rotation logic. Okay. We choose it. Okay, so we arrow cache resized, rotation index 0, color index, whatever the arrow dot color index is. And that's the image we're drawing. And no resizing. So what does that mean? Huh. Something like that, I think. Okay. Yeah, that sounds correct. I'm actually thinking ahead right now. Okay, so there's all these different options, and they can sort of be interchanged, which might mean I need like that many different functions. So, for example, so we've got resizing or no, rotating or no, and then we've also got anti-aliasing or no, which would mean drawing to pixel coordinates that are whole numbers or not. So that's 3 binary options. So that would be 8 total draw functions. Amazing. Yeah, I could do that. I could make 8 separate draw functions. Okay, here's no resizing. What would be no rotating? So we wouldn't call translate or rotate. We would you draw to the top left of the image, so it would be arrow dot x minus half arrow size, arrow dot y minus half arrow size. Okay. And this would be arrow cache not resized, meaning yes resizing, meaning that the draw image has to do the resizing. Arrow size, okay, yeah. And then this would be arrow dot rotation index. And then no rotating, no resizing would be like this, except we would be arrow cache resized, and we would make the arrow size. Well, in either case, isn't it the same as the? Isn't it the same as the? This is probably unnecessary. Right? This must be unnecessary. Because if we're referencing resized canvases, then those canvases should have identical arrow size to whatever the user's specified arrow size is. Yeah, I think that's right. Destination width, destination height. Yeah, I think that's right. We're always drawing to the user's specified arrow size regardless. It's just a matter of what cache we're reading from. Okay. Now let's just skip ahead to the no resizing or rotating one, because I've got to go. And we'll implement the UI for this soon. And hopefully this just works. Hopefully this just works. Console, is everything okay? Oh dear, arrows are not being drawn. I think I know why too. I need to wait to make the cache until after the images are done loading. There we go. There we go. Okay. And now we're just going to sit here for a little while and keep populating arrows. Oh dear, our FPS is already dropping. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that's like at 2,700 arrows. Now, if I use the generic draw arrow, which does rotating and resizing, then how bad is it? Hopefully it's worse and not better. Because if it's better, then that's really concerning. Then I'm doing something wrong, I think. Okay, yeah, no, it is slowing up earlier, I think. Yeah, I think so. Awesome. Well, this has been super fun. Got more work to do in this soon. And so, next stream I'll do some more work on this. How about that? Does that sound good? Make sure to follow on Kick if you enjoyed this stream so you catch the next one. Subscribe on YouTube if you want. It's free. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Until then, farewell.